Hey guys, it's me Sam, and today we're going to talk about No Second Prances. Now, before we begin, I just want to start out by saying that this episode has had a 2-week delay because they decided to not air it last week and this week, which I thought was kind of weird that they would do that, because they excuse me, because they had a teaser for the episode, but they didn't. But it was for next week. But okay, whatever. As for what I think about Trixie herself, since she is in this episode, I think she's kind of annoying because of how she talks in third person constantly, and her attitude is just kind of gets annoying at times, but but she is kind of funny. She does have her moments. As for what I thought of it, when I first saw that, I couldn't believe it. I was actually pretty shocked. Like, Equestria Daily said that this is the greatest teaser ever, and I had to just see what this was all about, and then I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh. Like, I thought it was going to be, like, something else. I don't remember what I thought it was going to be, but I didn't really expect this. But, yeah, it's pretty cool. Okay, now I'm going to get into... I don't know if this will be a two-parter, but if there is a two-part to this, click right here. It will show you the time for when you can avoid spoilers. Okay, now this episode starts off with Starlight Glimmer actually doing something for once. She finally has an episode to herself. Finally! Not counting the opener. So, finally she does something, which I was complaining about in the last one, so yay. And Princess Celestia was in this episode, though I guess you could say it's kind of a cameo. She just kind of comes in and does nothing. Literally, she does nothing. But anyways, okay. As for the plot itself, it starts out with Twilight teaching Starlight, teaching her how to set up a plate without magic, but then she uses magic, which I don't really get. Why are you doing that? Have you never heard of Winter Wrap-Up? They said not to use magic to do things the Earth Pony way. I just kind of thought that Starlight's way of answering things was just very odd, and it just felt very forced. It didn't really work very well. Now, the reason why Twilight is teaching Starlight, notice there's a lot of lights in the show, why she's teaching her this how to set up a plate is because she's going to bring a new friend that is not the main six over to Princess Celestia to show that she has reformed herself, and to have to just show how things are going on with that relationship. And then she hasn't really found a friend yet, so then she goes to find one. And then Pinkie Pie comes in and shows her Mrs. Cake. And I thought that when she came in, I thought it was kind of like a callback to the first episode where when Twilight came in, she was like because she was the first pony that she met. And then she meets Mrs. Cake, but then she uses her magic and then creates a cake, and then But then Mrs. Cake doesn't like the fact that she's using magic, and she rejects the offer. And then for some stupid reason, they drop the cake on her, which makes no sense. Why would you do that? That is so rude and so mean. And then Applejack, and then she goes to Applejack, and then she shows her Big Mac, and then okay, sorry about that. I just had to do something. She tries to introduce her to her brother, Big Mac, and then she uses her spell on him, and then he actually is able to speak, but in a very weird way. He actually he talks with an English accent. He talks proper. He talks like he's more fancy and proper, but not like actual dialogue heavy characters like Applejack or whatever. But that's pretty cool that he does that. I want to see more episodes like the one in season 5 where he was the main character, and he talks more, or at least somewhat. But yeah, like I like it whenever he talks, because I don't like it whenever, sometimes, like, whenever you have a character that just does one thing, it tends to get pretty old pretty quick. So I like it whenever they actually try to make them speak. So that's a points up for me.